Welcome to another Nature's Glory Cabin Off-Road Edition. We're back in the backcountry byway for the General Bowen Memorial Ride. This was 4/15/23. Here's the event t-shirt. It shows 14th to the 16th. There was camping available during that time. Here's the map for this particular two trails. We start out on 36, turned right on Johnson Branch, and turned back around on Wayne Benson, and then back out to 36. Here we are approaching Johnson Branch, also known as Johnson Hollow. And I cut a bunch of this one out. I have several other videos on this one. So if you want to see more information or more detailed of Johnson Branch, Johnson Hollow, go back and watch some of the older videos. They have a lot more detail. This was a pretty easy trail. It hasn't changed since the last time I'd been on it. So we'll zip through this pretty quick. I hope everybody enjoys these videos. We rent our cabin out occasionally when we're not using it. So www.naturesglorycabin.com. And there's also a Facebook channel and this YouTube channel of the same name, Nature's Glory Cabin. So I hope y'all enjoy these. Our cabin is in the Frenchburg area of the Red River Gorge, and these are the close trails we're doing here that are in Menifee County. This is trail 2 and 3 that we did on this day. 1 and 4 will be lumped together because they are things that I've done before, and I will make those shorter. More of a recap for those. Similar to what I'm doing with this Johnson Branch. I'm showing you some of the little bit of action. There isn't a whole lot. Once we get up this hill, that's pretty much it for Johnson Branch. It's a very easy ride. It's probably a 2, maybe a 3, depending on how you're equipped. So we'll be here in a minute getting ready to turn off of the other end of this, which is actually Rainy Rattle, I believe. What's important is to show where we turn to get on Wayne Benson, because it's not far from the exit of this particular trail. I'm going to show that in a second. And here we are after we get off of the other trail. We turn right here on the way out. Normally we go left on out to 1274, which is Beaver Creek Road that takes you to Cave Run or back to Frenchburg. I'm showing the whole trail here, so this is going to be probably a little bit more longer because it shows the whole trail. First time I've done this one. I sped it up in spots like this that show you how easy these spots are. Eventually we're going to get into the harder stuff, which won't be long. I have some GMRS communications that I left in here in places, and we'll just let that sound go when we get to them. Pretty much the easy part so far. We spent about 5 minutes on this real easy part. This one's more of a medium trail. It's a little harder. Most of us have some kind of traction device. I think most of us are on 33s. The leader is on 35s. I believe it's an 01 Grand Cherokee in front of me and an XJ behind me, an unknown year. Somewhere between 97 and 99, I believe. And as we zip along here, like I said, it's about 5 minutes before we get to, more of the off-road portion. This is more like the driveways for the homes back here. Starting to see a little bit more now. All right, we're finally getting into the meat of the trail. The front of this is still a little easier, but not as easy as what we just came through. We're probably getting to 2 or 3 here. That first was probably 1 or 2. And we're going to get to 5 or 6 here in a few minutes. Alright, we're getting close to the fun. Again, I did speed this up. We were driving a lot slower than this appears. Alright, we're getting close to this uphill obstacle. Alright, this is the first obstacle. There's really only about 2 in this trail, but they're pretty good ones. I can see these changing with conditions over time, so you need to be prepared and don't be alone. Don't forget the rules of the trail. Keep everybody in front of you in sight and behind you in sight so everybody can be safe on the trails. Keep an eye on that Toyota Tacoma in front of this Jeep Cherokee. They're going to have a little bit of trouble here. You can notice they pull up and then they back up, and every time they back up they end up losing ground.
Yeah, the old Tacoma's having a little trouble getting up this hill.
Yeah, I think she might need a pole. She's got a wind. I'm done that top. I can let that down there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wake you up in a second.
Alright, now we're doing some rigging and gonna let them winch themselves up. I sped this up significantly. It probably took us 15 or 20 minutes. This is the advantage of traveling with a group. Everybody helps everybody and makes life a lot easier. One person loaned us a tree strap. We pulled a D-ring off the front of the Tacoma. And now if you watch the line, they're tightened up. I'm going to start the winching process. And here they come. This deck segment coming up, the Grand Cherokee in front of me, I left a sound in so you can hear him coming up the trail full throttle, well, more or less.
Stay in it. Stay in it. Ha.
Here comes the XJ. a Volkswagen. Coming up on the second obstacle here, we had a few people already go through it. I wasn't paying attention. I was back there recording with the camcorder, and I grabbed the wrong line. I decided to stay right. I should have stayed left, and you'll see the results of it here. You can see me going through there, and I get hung up on my rear skid plate on the rear end. It's going to take me a couple of tries to get out of here while I try to steer left to get out of this rut. I cut a touch out of it there because I was just back and forth. Here I'm finally going to get out of it. Watch that left front wheel, how it goes far left when we finally get out.
I was bottom out on my skid plate. My rear skid plate was bottom out.
I finally got out and get on past it now. I got a little video of some others coming through it. Again, I didn't have a spotter. We got spotters there now to help people stay in the correct line. Had a little trouble there with that hole, it looks like. Now I sped this up, but again, we were going much slower. Keep the correct line, you get through it pretty easy. And from here on out, it's very easy. It's probably a 1 or a 2, maybe a 3 and a spot or 2 on the way out of here. So it's pretty easy. Try to get the mud off the windshield here. Again, I left some of this in just so you could see the entire trail. Since I had never done this trail before, I don't know if anyone else had or not, so I thought you might want to see the whole thing so you can decide for yourself what you may or may not want to do. If you notice the map in the beginning, we are actually making a loop. We started out on Highway 36 on Johnson Branch / Hollow, and then we made a right turn up Wayne Benson, and now we're going to loop back around and come in a little bit lower on 36 and make a left, and that'll head us toward Frenchburg and then onto Trail 4, which will be the next video. Again, everything has been sped up. A little rock here and there, a little water here and there, but all in all, the back half of this is very easy. I hope you enjoy my videos. I try to put out something every week to 10 days or so, especially during reeling season. Sometimes I don't get quite as many out when it's not the right time of year, but I try to put something out all the time, whether it be cabin related, whether it be hiking. We do a little bit of hiking, call it old people trying to hike, and of course off-roading is probably the bulk of it. Except for those two things in the middle, you'd think this was a real easy trail. If you missed those, surprised you when you ran up on them, wouldn't it? Got to watch out. You notice we have a little, what looked like a little left there. That would be going on to private property. So you got to make sure you stay on the trail. They have this map on Cartitrax that runs on the Avenza app, and they update it yearly. They're going to update it with some new stuff very soon. I think the Furnace Mountain Loop opened this weekend. We're getting close to the end now. I just need you to see where it comes out at so you realize where you are. There's a set of gates, obviously. So here we're getting close to the road now. There's a couple of houses here, and we're back on pavement. This pavement leads us down to 36, and then we're going to make a left. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.